So essentially, once upon a time, the formula for success was go to school, get a good job, and basically rise through the ranks, get a wife, marry, live happily ever after. And then this narrative is changing as we go along. So hitherto, people used to appraise on your targets, like your financial targets. It's no longer the case. Your financial targets only form about 25% of any appraisal. The rest really has to do with your communication skills. How did you do and apply yourself to the job process? What was it that stood you apart? That's what you're being graded on, and that's what soft skills is all about. It is that thing that gives you that edge over your, if you will, I don't like to see competitors, but that's what keeps you promoted. So usually people would work, and based on their technical competencies, they will be promoted. They get promoted, and you find that somebody gets to a certain position and they're found wanting. They don't know what to do. All their subordinates would rather not work with them. Sometimes you'd receive complaints from even your clients and your customers regarding the person's attitude or something. Either they were not on time, their lackadaisical attitude towards work. So you receive all of these things, and you realize that soft skills really does matter. Yes, so the hard skills matter, and those are your technical competencies. So if you're a graphic designer, you need to be adept with things like softwares that will help you to do your work. If you're a doctor, you need those skills as well. Those are the hard skills. But you cannot be a doctor and not want to work with anybody. You can't go to theater. You need a whole, I think just about last week, there was a 78-member team that separated co-joined twins in Nigeria.
78?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, if you're not a doctor who likes to work with people, you can't do that work. It's impossible. And those twins were going to die. So those are the things that separate us from, or gets us ahead in life, and it cuts across everything that we do. So for example, a survey by SMB World found that nearly 72% of CEOs believe that soft skills are more important to the success of their business
than hard
skills. Yes,
72%.
Yes.
What is SMB? So it's an international
It's an international organization that put out that survey.
Soft skills are more important?
72%. And I remember in the US, this has been happening for a while, because there was a long time when you'd be interviewed at pubs or restaurants, and really the CEOs were looking, can you network? How do you hold up a conversation? How do you eat? What's your composure? Those were the things they were looking for, not your CV.
Wow. That's why they will conduct the interview in an informal setting.
Exactly. Very informal sector. So your CV may have gotten you into the door, but that engagement might not get you the job.
That's interesting.
So that's what's happening on our market today. We don't do anything with CVs anymore in our office.
You don't do anything with CVs anymore? Oh no.
No, we don't. So because the sad part is people are writing CVs for other people, and they don't even take the time to understand what's on the CV. So we do what we call a video cover letter.
A video cover
letter. Tell us why you want to work with us. Very simple, in 3 minutes max.
So do a self video.
Yeah.
No joking.
And that's it. No. So in that video, I can tell so much. I can tell your energy. I was just sitting there watching Richard Sky. No, Richard Sky. No, on the TV. Nathan. And I could just feel the energy. And yet I wasn't listening. I was just watching.
Yeah.
So you feel these energies and you pick them up.
Wow.
And that energy is really what it is that employers are looking for. So we're not really looking for the 1 + 1 is 2. We're looking for the addition, that value that you add to it. So that's basically...
So the presumption is that these skills, can they be developed, or they are born with it?
Okay, so they should be developed. Even if you're born with it, because we have different temperaments, etc., etc., you should develop them. Okay. Because what you don't grow will die. So in the end, you should develop them. And I don't buy into, I think that when you believe something, you're born with something and you cannot develop, it's not a growth mentality. And as much as possible, even for you to having a growth mentality is a soft skill. In itself.
Wow.
So those are some of the things that we'll look at this morning. But in summary, though, to start the conversation, I think irrespective of what you do, you need to bring some conscientiousness to bear in your work. Basically, just be thorough. In everything you do, pay attention, be fully present, because typically what happens is that we're not present in the workspace. So you get people telling you that I'm doing my very best, but it's not appreciated. You're probably not working to strategy. So how can you make sure that you're working to strategy, you're being appreciated? It's basically to bring conscientiousness to bear in everything that you do.
Conscientiousness. Meaning being thorough,
Yeah.
being there.
You need to be fully present. You need to understand who you are. How do you take calculated risk?
Okay.
How do you're talking about data today. People don't know what to do with data. They don't even understand. So people read things and they can't make sense out of it. It's election year. How's that going to affect your business? All of these things are important to every job that you do. So if you can bring yourself to bear in that space and say that, okay, this is the task I have. How can I bring my fullness into it? You already have the job done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Amazing.